Title: The Cowboy Who Walked into Town with 7 Bullets in His Chest. Hook. In 1883, a cowboy walked into a small Texas town with 7 bullets in his chest. He was still alive. But what happened next became one of the town's darkest stories. The story: his name was Elias Crowe. At least that's the name he gave the sheriff. He arrived just before sunset, covered in blood, barely able to stay on his horse. The sheriff rushed toward him. "Who shot you?" Elias looked down at his bloody shirt. Then he whispered 4 words. "They're still coming." Before anyone could ask another question, he collapsed. The town doctor discovered something strange. 7 bullets had struck him, but none had killed him. Elias survived the night, and the next morning he finally told the sheriff what happened. He claimed 3 riders had ambushed him on an isolated trail. They wanted the money he was carrying. But there was one problem. The sheriff searched Elias's saddlebag. There was no money. Instead, he found an old photograph. 3 men stood beside a grave, and according to Elias, those 3 men were already dead. The dark twist: the sheriff recognized them immediately. They had been killed in a shootout 2 years earlier. The town searched for Elias the following morning. His horse was still outside the hotel. His belongings were still inside his room. But Elias Crowe was gone. No body was ever found, and nobody ever discovered who fired the 7 bullets. To this day, the story remains one of the strange legends surrounding the old Texas frontier. Because sometimes, the darkest stories of the Wild West weren't about outlaws. They were about the people who disappeared without leaving a trace.